Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. We are just having so much fun pre-show. Parent-Child Care Plus program. About to talk about it here. Ladies, how are y'all doing?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on this another rainy day in New England, but you know, we're so used to it now, but fall is here. You know, there's a lot going on with you all over there at the Lynn Public Schools. At first, just talk to me. You know, we're kind of still in the pandemic, but we're trying to get back to normal as far as work-wise. Folks are getting back in the offices, being able to get places. Just how's it been for you all since, you know, everything's slowly been getting back to where it used to be?
For our Parent-Child Plus program, we will be resuming home visits in person this year. If we can do them outside, we're hoping to do them outside, but we will be so excited and so happy to see our families in person this year. And
a lot of what you all do is the visits at home. That's one of the big key things as part of your job.
Yes. In-person time with a parent and child together, is very difficult over Zoom or WhatsApp.
Yeah. Lucy, how's it been for you? Just, you know, as far as folks signing up, you know, you're dealing with a lot of folk, non-English speaking folks. How's it been for you? You know, the calls and just everything for you.
So for the other side of the program, which is the Coordinated Family and Community Engagement Program, we have been going outside doing activities in local playgrounds. So we have a good amount of new families signing up, have getting a lot of calls, a lot of Spanish families in those parks and around the area. I think we actually serve, I would say, the highest percentage of the families we serve this year has been Latinos. So the families are out there. We have engaged a lot of them and hoping to get a few more, not just Latinos, but you know, other languages too. Have you seen an increase in interest in the program from certain families in the community?
Oh, there's always an interest in our program. An increase in interest is I would say yes, because families are looking for things for their children, especially their young children, to do. Child care in the area is difficult for some families to access, so we are a good substitute for that for some of them. And we don't provide child care, but we provide activities for the parents to do with the children. So.
And now there's a sign-up period happening right now, am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little about that, the sign-up period. Just, you know, tell me the process and how families are able to sign up if they're interested.
So if families are interested in the Parent-Child Plus program, which is the home visiting program, they would call myself or Lucy if they speak Spanish, and talk to us about the program to learn a little bit more about the commitment. It is a commitment. 2 years, twice a week for 30 minutes, those visits. So it's a pretty intensive home visiting program, so families need to understand that going in. It's also for parents and children together, so we don't work just with the children. Once they establish that they are able to commit to that sort of program, then we will set up an appointment to interview with them to get some more information, to see what kind of services they need, if anything, and to assess the family situation, see if they're eligible for the program. And then after that, I'm able to assign them a staff person who will be their early learning specialist. We love that name. And we'll work with them for the 2-year period in the program. So,
what are some of the benefits that the folks in the past have gotten from signing up for the program? What are some of the key benefits, and what are some of the things that you saw with the family after they were part of the program?
For me, as a mom, and I can say that I was part of the program before I became a staff on the program, so I know the benefits from my own perspective, my own experience, but also the families that I have been working for many years. The turnout of families just engaging and interacting with their children, being more knowledgeable in accessing services in the community, having their kids more prepared for the school when they're ready to start the school, and being more familiar with the system, preparing them what it is that they're going to hit when they get to the kids get to their school, what are they gonna be prepared for, and I think mainly that has been the key things of having families in this program. Part of what they learn, aside from having lots of fun and getting all these free materials that we provide for the programs, is being informed, being educated, and being ready for the school when the children are at that age of entering the Lynn school system. Whether it's kinder or first grade.
You have some figures for us, right? Did you have some figures to let us know?
I did.
Yes, please. Can't let you hide those figures out. The people need to know these figures.
Right. ParentChild Plus research is it's a research-based or evidence-based program provided nationally and in, I think, 6 different countries now. And so their research has said that 50% of our participants, the children, are more likely to be prepared for kindergarten than their peers. And score 2.5 times higher on social emotional skills than their peers. Enter school performing 10 months above their chronological age, and have a 30% higher graduation rate than their socioeconomic peers. So this is in their socioeconomic peer group.
So a lot of success, a lot of benefits, and a lot of great things happen for the kids that are part of this program. And Lucy said Lucy was part of the program, and now she's working for the program. So a lot of great things that happen. What is the sign-up period? How long is the sign-up period goes for? So
we do our enrollment year-round, depending on the availability we have for openings. So right now we have a number of openings in the program, and if they fill in a short amount of time, then we always put families on a wait list, and as other families complete the program, then new families are enrolled. So we try to keep it as full as we can, as families' interest.
And Lucy, if they want to get in contact with you, and if they will, non-English speaking, Latino speaking residents, if they want to get in contact with you, because you deal with a lot of them, please make sure you let them know how they can do that.
Yes, so we are on Facebook, actually. We are on Facebook as CFCE Lynn, so they can contact that way. We are also on the city page through the Lynn City Hall. They can access the early childhood programs. They can access us through there. They can also contact me through emails. Encarnacion L at CFC, Encarnacion L at Lynn Public Schools.
LynnSchools.org.
.org.
Yeah,
yes.
It's on the screen, so
yes.
yes.
Yes. And so we are in the hosted right now in the same office, same building. So if a family want to contact, we easily can, whether they speak Spanish or English, they can contact us to the numbers on the screens.
And lastly, make sure also the CFC, CFC. What we talked about, what you were going to mention, you wanted to make sure we mentioned that. You mentioned that before we get here. Can you talk a little about that before we get out of here?
ParentChild Plus is funded through the Coordinated Family and Community Engagement Grant awarded to the Lynn Public Schools by the Department of Department of Early Education and Care. So it's a mouthful. And the Coordinated Family and Community Engagement Programs, or CFCE programs, are for families in Lynn and Nahant with children birth to 8 years old, and their group programs held weekly story times, play groups, parent education groups to help build that knowledge base for parents on child development and early literacy skills, things like that that are needed. And so Kathleen Tarosian is the coordinator for that program, and she and Lucy works with her as well, running these group programs for families, which will start next week in person.
In person, and one of the things that we have added during the pandemic was the story time in Spanish for Latinos families. So I have always run in English story time at the Lynn Library, but through the pandemic we saw that it was different. Doing this story time online for families that are non-English speakers than it is in person. The interactions, the puppets, the props. It's easy to engage people whether they speak English or not with the props, but when you have to do it through Zoom, it's a different story. So we started the Spanish story time through Zoom, but it was easy engaging in their own language with families using props, but they understood what you were saying, whether you had props or not. So we will continue the Spanish story time in person at the Lynn Public Library and on North Common Street.
All right, awesome. All right, well, we ran out of time. Thank you, ladies, for coming by to talk to us about this great program. Also, get in contact with them if you're interested in the program. Also, just visit the website, visit the Facebook page, all that great stuff. You guys have been watching the Lynn Lowdown. Have a great day.